In this video, I want to share with you 7 steps to getting paid 2x. That is 7 steps to getting paid double what you're getting paid right now with relative ease. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you've read and you've studied things along these lines before, you'll be thinking, well, the long and short of the story is to increase your price, to raise your prices, which the answer is yes, but that is step 7. So you have to really look into the first 6 steps, because if you just jump into step 7 and you just increase your price, all of a sudden it can actually cost you your business. So, or whatever it is that you are doing to make money as a kind of business venture. So what you want to focus on is the first 6 steps, and then which leads you to the seventh step, which eventually gets you to raise your prices, and then you get paid more. And this is with relative ease. So let's get into it. The first thing to understand is that you are not paid for what you do. And even if you're employed in a particular organization or in a particular company, you ought to recognize the fact that you are not paid for what you do. It may seem like it may look like it, but you're not paid for what you do. Haven't you seen people who are doing the same things in different organizations and they are paid differently? In fact, you could be a leader in a small organization and you're paid let's say $70,000 a year, and then you find someone who is like a subordinate, who is not even a leader, who is just a follower, or who is just a team member in another organization that is paid, let's say, $120,000 a year. So the difference between those two people is not really the responsibilities they hold or what exactly they do on the day-to-day basis. What makes the difference and what you're paid for is not really about what you do. And if you look into those kind of situations, you find out that that is true. So what are you paid for? You are actually paid for what you did. You're paid for what you did, not what you do. It's what you did that you're paid for. And whatever it is that you're going to be paid for in the future will be predicated on what you're doing now, provided that what you're doing now has measurable results. So this is the first lesson from this video. If what you're doing right now does not have a measurable result, you cannot attribute some form of measurable results to it, you should actually start looking for ways to do that, because that is very important and it will determine what you get paid going forward in the future. Now, there's an interesting story that happened around me a couple of years ago. There were 2 ladies that were working in the same company, working in the same department, and doing almost the same thing. And one was paid almost double the other person. Of course, each of them, the one that's paid double knows the salary of the other person, while the other person does not know the salary of the person that is paid double. Of course, their positions are slightly different, but generally speaking, they do the same thing, they do the same task, and they handle the same thing. So the question is, what was the difference? Now, the difference is that the person who is paid lower came to the company directly from school. So she just graduated and all of that, and then she had no work experience. So her first work experience was that company, and she got into that company, and then they started out on this salary basic package that they have. Meanwhile, the other person that is paid almost double had the work experience in 2 other places before getting to that company. So in fact, she had work experience she was working in another company actively before applying to this new company, which they had to at least match the salary she was getting in a prior company, and of course give her some incentive to leave those people and to join the new people. So what you're paid has nothing to do with what you do, the tasks that you are doing in whatever organization or even in your business. What you're paid is based on what you did. And even as a business, even as a one-person business, even as an online business, what you're paid really is not predicated on what you do or what you can do or what you know. It's mostly predicated on what you did, what you have done, and what you can actually show proofs of. So let's get into the steps one after the other. The first step to doubling your income, to getting paid more, is to build a personal brand on a social media platform. Now, notice what I said. It's a personal brand built on a social media platform. Don't try to do 2 or 3 at the same time. So the people who are doing multiple social media platforms and at the same time and are doing well at it, they have a team. I've been fortunate to have conversations with people like that, and they have a team. They have a team of people that handle their content across all these different social media platforms, because each one is peculiar and each one is different. So if you are doing it just by yourself on your own, just focus on one, pick one. You can have a presence on the other platforms. I do, for example, but you have to pick one. You have to pick one that will be your primary and build your personal brand off of that one that you pick. So if you want to get paid more, it is important for you to build a personal brand on social media. This is a social media world right now, and if you're not doing this, you are actually leaving a lot of money on the table. Step 2, and this is where the strategic part comes in, which is upgrade your tools and flaunt it. Now, if you want to get paid more, you have to show that you are worth it. And in that sense, because most people are not morons, people are not fools. So if you try to sell them just to say, oh, you just want to upgrade your price without any context to it, people are going to have a feeling that, oh, do you want to rip us off or something like that? So people are going to have that reaction. But you can prep them for it, you can prepare them for it by you upgrading your tools. Because when they see that you are upgrading your tools, meaning that you're putting yourself in a position to render a better service or to produce something better for them, they will be mentally, one way or the other, they'll be preparing their minds that, okay, this person is upgrading, and therefore there's going to be a kind of upgrade for us, which some would like it and some may not really like it. So, but we'll come to that in a bit. So it's important for you to upgrade your tools before you even talk about increasing your price. So upgrade your tools and then flaunt it, show it. This time you have a personal brand on a social media platform. So when you upgrade your tools, don't just hide it. Don't just say, oh, you upgraded your tools and then you don't talk about it, and all of a sudden you just want to increase your price. It doesn't really work that way. Flaunt it, show it. Let your potential clients see that you are actually making some efforts to improve the quality of the service that you deliver. So if you get some new tools, if you get some new things for you to upgrade and develop and boost whatever it is that you're doing, show it. Explain it. Explain the significance of it. Now, whether people care or not, that's not the point. But the thing is, the people who care would see it, and then it will make a lot of sense for them later when they see that you have an higher package or you have an improved package. So it's important for you to flaunt your tools. When you get new tools, when you upgrade first. So you can't just upgrade your price, you upgrade first and then flaunt it, show it, and then it will be easier for you, for clients, your prospects, to see that you're worth the cost or the price that they are going to pay afresh. Step number 3, level up your environment. And this is very powerful. Sometimes the reason why you're paid the way you're paid is because you are in an environment that is conducive for that amount. And if you really want to make more, you have to step up and you have to get into new environments. You have to get into a new kind of group of people. You have to roam around people who you are not really familiar with before, and that is a very, very important tip. And even though you do things online, because online is just a way of people seeing what you are doing offline. So it's you maybe going on camera, it's you sharing things, it's you writing things and all of that. So you have to be conscious of the fact that your environment, even offline, does affect whatever it is that you're doing online as a business or as a professional. So it's important for you to upgrade your environment, to level up your environment, get among new people, get into a new group, and in that sense, get into a zone that is higher than the level that you're currently at. And it's important for you to do that, because it's not just because of, oh, I'm going to get into this new level, this new environment, and I'm going to meet new people and they're going to become my clients. It's not really like that. It doesn't really work that way. What you're doing is you are doing it for yourself, because the moment you level up to that environment, it becomes easier for you to make whatever changes you have to make, and it becomes easier for you to, let's say, raise your prices. You want it to be very comfortable for you. So let's say the moment you're getting into an environment of people who are doing the same thing you're doing and who are earning maybe 2 times more, 3 times more, 4 times more, it becomes easy for you to see yourself that way. Because if you don't see yourself maybe charging 2 times more, getting paid 2 times more, if you don't see yourself that way, you will probably never get there. If you force it, it will affect your business in some way. So you don't want to force anything. What you want to do is you want to put yourself there. The moment you are relating with people who are doing the same thing you're doing and they're making 2 times more, 3 times more, 4 times more, it becomes easier on your mind. It becomes easier on your self-image to actually raise your prices, because you want to do that inner work first before you raise your prices for the people that are going to come to do business with you. Step 4, have a coach or mastermind to push you. Now, this is because things get scary for a lot of people, especially if you've built a business that is based on a particular price point or that is based on a particular service, and you want to push that, you want to raise the limits, you want to hedge further. When you take the first step, and I have seen this several times with myself and with other people, the moment you take the first step, or you take the first couple of steps towards doing that, I mean the action steps, when you take those action steps that, okay, we're going to increase our price, we're going to do this and that and that, and then you get pushbacks, because you're definitely going to get pushbacks initially. When you get that first set of pushback, it's easy to just go back and say, oh, we made a mistake, we're going back and we're not going to do this anymore. So that would happen. That would definitely happen. The reason why you don't go back, the reason why you stick and you maintain that stance, is if you have a coach or you have a mastermind that will keep pushing you. Now, that is easy when you are on a very high level environment that is conducive for the new level that you want to be. So those steps layer on each other. So you have to be in the good environment, an environment that's conducive for the new level that you want, and then have a coach or a mastermind or a kind of group that you're a part of that helps you, when you are, faltering, or when you are having doubts even about yourself. The group can just nudge you forward or push you forward and help you scale that going forward. Step 5, take good care of your clients. So your existing clients right now is what we're talking about. So if you have existing clients that you're dealing with, take good care of them. Now, the idea is when you raise your prices, you don't just raise your price on your current clients, no matter how rich they are. Don't just do that. In a lot of cases, the way it's done, in most cases, not in all cases, but the way it's done is that you raise the price for the new people that are coming in and keep the people that you have on the current pricing that you currently have. And then you can have maybe optional extras for those people that are already with you if they want to upgrade. So you have a lot of optional extras for them, but the new people coming in, then you raise the price for them. So it's important for you to keep a good relationship. Take good care of your clients. Clients are not friends, but they must not be strangers. You must not let them turn into strangers. So take care of your clients. Another way people do this is that they create a different brand. Automobile companies do this a lot. They have a brand that's selling at a particular price point, but they want to raise that. What they do is they create another brand that's maybe a kind of luxury brand. So with that luxury brand, they can charge more, and then they can create something even more elegant. So the idea is take care of your current clients. Don't just throw them under the bus when you are upgrading whatever it is that you are doing. Keep that at the back of your mind. Step number 6, pay for a service that is on the new level that you desire. Now, this is very important. One of the ways to make that mindset shift for yourself is to find a service that is on the new level that you want. So when you pay for that, because it's easy, and I've seen this myself, it's easy, very easy for you to charge something that you are paying. So for example, if you are paying for a particular service and that is on a particular price point that is higher than what you currently charge, or the level that you currently charge, it's easier for you to just match up. And when people give you pushbacks, you would have the confidence, not that you would give them the example of, oh, I'm paying for this too, it's expensive. No, you have the confidence of just, answering them in a proper and polite way, and you will not be in a condition or a mental condition where you would get defensive. You want to avoid that. So one of the ways to do that, at least to prepare yourself mentally, is to pay for a service that is on the new level that you desire. So the new level that you desire, there is a service accompanying it, and then there is a price point accompanying it. Now, don't push yourself too far and don't jump too far. Don't overdo this, because there are ways that you can overdo it. Don't overdo it, but get a service that is on that new level and start paying for it. Because the moment you start paying for it, it becomes easier for you to pitch on that level. It becomes easier for you to ask to be paid on that particular level. That is super important, and you must give that a lot of attention for you to get twice what you're getting paid right now. And then finally, the idea is to raise your prices and stick with it. So stick with it. And if you have a coach or you have a mastermind, you're in the right group, you have leveled up your environment, you're paying for a service that is on the new level that you are, it becomes easy for you to raise your prices and stick with it. And that's how you get 2 times more than you're previously getting, and life becomes easier, and then you can do more things and be more successful. I hope that was helpful. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. And if you have some questions, drop in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.